First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Second and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up fourth down. Here's the Raiders punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at the 40. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnston. And they'll let that play, the completed pass, stand as they decline the penalty.
So do you get the sense they like their defense?
Yeah, they wanted that next down to come up.
Yeah, they weren't worried about the yardage there at all. Just what you said. Let the downs trickle away.
Ready. 10 Tucson. Check pass. Alpha. 47 with the mic. Here we go. 47 mic.
To throw on second down, Morales. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun on third down, Morales. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. On 4th down, Morales. He is going to find Hill here. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, defense. Hey, defense. Let's go. Kill. Ready.
Off the play fake. Morales. And the Raiders have got him. Josh Allen in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Defense wins championships, baby. Check 13. Ready, go.
To throw on 3rd down. Morales. They complete it to Hill. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Jackson to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Watch the squeeze, get in there. Ready, go.
Looking to throw. Morales. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. 23 yards to pick up there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And a London first down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Lock it. 36.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Big stop. He's checking. Crash.
Operating from the gun, Morales. Throw left side complete. That's Johnston. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Check 4, check 4. You're out. Crunch.
Here's a second and 7. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's first and 10 up at the 46.
I'm going back to you. Check. Check hard. Check. Ready.
Off play action. Morales. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And a huge play that time. 42 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Check 15, check 15.
At the 2-yard line.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up first and goal.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gained?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard's going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
They'll run with Pollard. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Badgley on for the extra point. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast. But a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Ready, ready. 10 Tucson. Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on. Jim, hot.
On first and 10, Morales. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. From 19 yards away. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Tighten up. Shit.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
All day, baby. Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
To try again after the sack. Jackson, he's going to air one out into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Watch the safety creep.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Hey, strong right. Hey, I'm coming. Swiss, General, flash. You got tight right there. Check nickel. 22 jet bomber. Double up. He's coming, double up. Rush in.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Morales. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. That one goes for 30 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First down, and it's Pollard again. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Squeeze, get in there. Show it. Lock it. Check 49.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This one from 48 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. Run for Pollard. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Out. 25, check 25. Watch twist.
Here's Pollard. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the shield. Check.
Back to throw. Morales. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again. A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Off the play fake. Morales trying to lay one up deep. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson, he gets it to Thomas. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
To throw is Jackson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taken in at the 11. A good return there, 17 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive or no? And the Raiders have got him. Josh Allen racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Looking to throw. Morales. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And taken right at the 35. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the slant. Watch this 80 weapon.
From the gun, Jackson. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. That's caught by the 6'8" tight end, Zach Gentry. And it's a fumble, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration.
Let's go now. 70 ending. Mike. Hey, tight.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
Now it's Jackson. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Jackson. And a catch made by Hopkins. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
And down he'll go at the 25. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. from the gun. Morales. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Jackson now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 46. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 70 in. Hut, hut.
And they will take a knee here.